Liquid gold. The work of a lot of honeybees. Hey, welcome back to Rolling Hills Farm. Dave here, and we're in the shop. We have the honey extraction equipment being set up. It's time to take honey out of the frames and get it into the jars. We've turned the heat up in the shop to a balmy 63 degrees. We want the honey to flow when we get it out of the frames that are in there into this device, which is the spinner. Dawn has already collected the honey out of the hives, and that process really is the end of the honey making season. She'll go in and take honey out of the hive, the frames, and every year she leaves just enough in the hives so that the bees that are in there have a chance to survive. Now, it's very difficult for bees to survive in this climate just because our cold is pretty severe, but the hive is closed up and insulated and they can come in and out, but it sits in a little corner protected out of the northwest wind. Oh, look at that.
It's starting. I think this will be so much faster this year.
So explain what you're doing.
So I'm taking off the wax cap. You have to take the cap off the top. See how it's kind of milky colored? The bees seal it, and you got to take that off so you can spin the honey out.
So the honey is in all those
little combs, yeah.
Huh. So what was honey yield like this year compared to typical years?
The honey frames, I've got 16 or 20 of them. Some of them are full both sides like this one, and some are only half sides. So
you won't know till we spin the honey out.
Right, I won't know until I actually put it in jars. There, let's try that.
It takes a minute to get the frames balanced, but then the extractor begins flinging the honey out of the comb around the wall, the inside wall of the stainless steel, where then it flows down to the bottom where it'll be collected. Boy, it's really starting to pool at the bottom and flow toward the middle.
That's good. That's what we want. A little heavy. There's a little bit more in that one, but this one's empty, I can tell just by picking it up. That one looks good. See all the combs empty?
All the little holes.
Yeah.
So these will go back out next year for the bees to clean up?
They'll clean them up. You want to leave the comb because then they don't have to build it again.
Well, there's a thick layer of honey down there, inches of honey at the bottom. All the little speckles you see are little bits of wax that will be filtered out. So now we drain it out of this big tub into Dawn's sanitary barrel, and we filter it in that process.
Food grade bucket.
Food grade bucket.
Yes.
Ooh, look at that.
Gold. Yummy.
There's the first drop down into the bucket. There it's starting to run through the screen down into the bucket. The work of a lot of honeybees. So you're running it through another filter yet?
Yeah, I don't know if it's filtering out a little bit more.
But I'm heading out to plug in a tractor because the forecast is for 9 inches and off lake winds. That's Lake Superior that direction, and the storm is coming this way, and or at least the wind off the lake is coming this way. And typically when we get east winds, and they're supposed to be up to 20 miles an hour this afternoon, that's when we get lake effect events, and it's sometimes hard to predict. It might add a couple inches or it might add a foot. So we'll see how that goes. Well, it's next morning. Temperature is just about 0, and well, we did not get 9 inches of snow. Probably, I don't know, 3 maybe. Starting the tractor is pretty easy after being plugged in all night, and boy, it sure is a lot easier on that engine to have a little warmth in it. Bright on these winter's days. I need to wear dark glasses to function out here. And I also have to operate with a side window open. My side windows will fog up. The defrosters can't keep up, and the heat is just too great in here. I'm operating with a sweatshirt, and even that is I'm hot. Well, it takes as much time to move 3 inches of snow as it does to move 13 inches of snow, but I've got it done, and now it's looking like we're developing a pretty good base of snow that should stick around for the winter, and that's always good news. That summer or that spring runoff provides the early moisture we need for good hay growth. We certainly don't want to slide back into another drought, and we'll be keeping an eye on that. And it also provides a base now that we can get out with the skid steer and the brush mower and start doing pasture work, setting the stage for additional pasture in the spring. We're going to get to work on that shortly. And of course, we've got plenty of shop projects on cold days. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with both of those very soon. Happy New Year. Perfect.